Hey, this is Jason Frankhauser from Randall Amplifiers in Chicago, and here we're at the Namm 2014 show, and I'm going to show you some new stuff we got coming out here. We're going to start out first here with the Ola England signature amplifier. It's called the Satan. Really excited to have this out here. It is a modern fire-breathing. It's the most modern amplifier tube amplifier for metal that I've ever heard. It is super tight, super precise, and super brutal. And basically what this the feature set on this amplifier that allows you to kind of get those types of tones is the girth and the grind are low and high frequency gain controls, respectively, that are inside the overdrive. So instead of a pre-shaping thing, these actually are in the overdrive circuit that allow you to tailor the low end and high end response inside the distortion circuit. And in addition to that, you have a regular gain knob here that just functions like any other gain knob. So 6-string, 7-string, 8-string, tune down, whatever your deal is, you can basically tailor the low end response and the tightness to your style of music or your guitar that you play. This amplifier is 2 channels. It's got a full-on blown-out distortion channel, totally pristine, clean channel. It's got a preset gain boost called Kill. You flick that, it gives you about, I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 extra dB of gain. It's really nice to kind of add a little bit of juice to solos. It's got dual bias function on the back, so you can mix power tubes. You can have, it comes with 2 6L6s and 2 KT88s. So the KT88s are real chimey and have like kind of nice top, glassy top end, and the 6L6 has got all the bottom end. So the two mixed together, that was Ola's choice. Ola decided for those tubes. So yeah, that's basically the Satan. It's you know, brutal and modern and killer. And then you move over next to the 667 here. The 667 is an all-tube 6-channel MIDI function controllable amplifier. So basically you start out with chimey cleans all the way to the most brutal gain that you can come up with. It's a little bit different voice than the Thrasher and the Satan. It's a little more forgiving. It's a little bigger on the bottom end. It's not as modern. It's still very modern, but it's not as modern sounding. Has a little bit more bloom in the bottom. All these functions here are all the MIDI functions. So you have 2 effects loops, both assignable, both programmable in MIDI. You have 2 master volumes. You have 3 voicings, L, M, and H, low, medium, and high. They add gain stages that can be added to any channel. So channel 1, you have 3 voicings. Channel 2, you have 3 voicings, so on and so forth. You get tons and tons of sonic options. And all those are MIDI programmable. It's very, very easy to program it. All you do is you select what you want, come to the MIDI controller over here, hold the button, hit the store button, boom, you're done. That's it. Stores it to whatever preset you want. And the RF8 and these 2 other little guys here, the RF8 is a new MIDI pedal, and that 3-button and that 4-button one there are also MIDI pedals. So very, very simple MIDI control for guitar players who don't want to program a big switching rack system. Very easy stuff here. The other cool thing is the 2 effects loops, both are series or parallel. You can have one run in parallel, one run in series if you want. So if you have a gate, you want it in the series loop. If you want your delays in the parallel, it's just, you can have them programmed any way you want. You also have, on each channel has what we call a tone stack shift, a 3-position tone stack shift. And it basically takes the mid-range and moves it around so that you can achieve different mid-range sounds inside the circuit per channel. So each channel has that. All 6 of them have a TSS on them. I'm trying to think of what else. You got a bright cap also. So if you're playing humbuckers and you want a little bit more spank, turn the bright cap on. It does add a little bit of gain as well. A little bit of a feel change. That's basically it. The one last thing I want to say about the 667 is that this amplifier comes with 6L6s, but it has individual bias per tube on the back of the amplifier. So each tube can be controlled and you can change the bias for each tube. So you don't even have to buy matched tubes. You can get 4 6L6s that are totally different and still bias them all up at the same if you want to. Or you can say, well, I want 2 6L6s, 2 EL34s, or I want 2 KD8s, 2 6550s, whatever you want. This amp will take any octal power tube known to man. And those are the 2 big amplifiers that we're releasing this year. Also this year we have new pedals. So we have the Face Punch, the More, and the RGOD. Start with the Face Punch. The Face Punch is a full frequency, or it's a selectable frequency, I should say sweepable frequency boost. So it has a frequency knob, a punch knob, and a smooth knob. The frequency knob lets you sweep through the frequencies that you want to boost. The punch is gain, and then the smooth actually is a treble taper that'll actually take a little bit of treble off, kind of like getting that Eric Johnson kind of violin sound. Or you can crank it up and get a really aggressive, like Michael Schenker kind of cocktail thing. It's very different from any other overdrive that's out there. It's not a tube screamer. It doesn't do the same thing, but it is a great boost. And it just allows you to tailor the frequency that you want. So guitar players that love to play solos with a little bit of notched mid-range or a little bit of not extra treble or less treble, making it rounder, they can do that with a Face Punch. The More is a full frequency boost. So that just, I think it's 24 dB or 22 dB of boost, full frequency. So for the guy that wants to just add a little bit more gain to the front end of the amp, hit it a little bit harder, that's the More. The RGOD is an RG Randall Legacy preamp, the one that Dime used and all that stuff, designed by Mike Fortin this year. And it's basically being introduced as a fly gig solution. You can take that out right into the preamp or the effects return of any amplifier. So if you're on tour and you just can't take your amplifier, you take that guy, stab it in the back into the loop return of whatever backline amplifier is at the gig, and you got your sound immediately right there. It's 2 channels. It's FET technology, so it's really close to a tube feel, and all designed by Mike this year. It's killer. It's small footprint. All our pedals, we try to make them real small, so you can easily get them on a pedal board. They have battery compartments located on the top, so you don't have to peel the pedals off to change the batteries. And that's it. We got the pedals, the Satan, the 667. It's all brand new stuff from Randall.